Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days, Season 4, Episode 5, Our Lips Are Sealed, okay? I hope you guys are doing okay. Like I said in my Love After Lockup video, it's been 1 week of quarantine. I hope y'all doing okay. Whatever situation you have going on, my hearts are going out to y'all. We're all kind of going through it right now. And I hope this video entertains you somewhat and brings you a little smile on your face for today. And we just kind of hang out together for the next 20-30 minutes or so. Okay, let's go ahead and get started in this video. First, we have Ashe and Avery, okay? They had a good night the previous night. Last time we saw them, Avery had landed in Australia. Ashe's brother did not want her staying at their condo that they share together, so he wanted Ashe to rent out an Airbnb. So Avery was kind of like, with that. She was like, why don't your brother like me? Like, I like us having our own space, but like, does he like me or whatever? Like, why he don't want me to be there? Okay. So this episode, they wake up at the Airbnb and apparently things had happened. Okay, she was giving him testimony. Okay, so I said, you know what? Okay. All right, that's between y'all, boo, okay? So they're going to meet his brother later that day, and she's a little worried. They're making breakfast, and Ashe just gives me, like, a weird vibe. Like, I'm like, his eyes are, like, he kind of stares into your soul type of, eye contact he has. And it's a little creepy to me, okay? I was like... But she's like, he makes people feel comfortable. And I was feeling all types of uncomfortable. Like, was it just me? I was like, why is he staring at you like that? Why? But anyway, she was just saying that how she is unsure how his brother feels about her. And she's worried about how the dinner is going to go and meeting him and whatnot. And Ashe tries to make her feel comfortable, but I would have still been uncomfortable after that. But anyway. So the next scene, Avery's telling us that everything has been going okay. But she still has to meet the brother. So later that night, they go meet the brother. His name is Antiche. Antiche tells us that he don't trust Avery. Okay, right off the bat. So they sit down, and she's like, hey, she tries to make small talk with Antiche. Like, hey, have you been here before at this restaurant? And he's like, yes. Asking me stupid questions. Okay, I said, you know what? So the waiter comes to like take their order, and Avery's like, look, give me a extremely dirty martini, the dirtiest martini that you can find. Okay, go ahead and give me the dirtiest martini that you can find. And Ashe was like, you know what, boo, I haven't had alcohol in a while, but that sounds delicious. Go ahead and give me one too. And Antiche was sitting there like, okay, so you drinking alcohol now, huh? So you drinking alcohol now? All right. So he didn't like that. He thinks that Avery is a bad influence on Ashe with this drinking, he don't like it. So Auntie starts asking Avery questions about her past, and he asks her if she can commit because she's had 2 relationships in the past and had children with those relationships and they didn't work out. Okay, and so he kind of takes Avery like, okay, like why you getting all in my business? And I was like, it was kind of like a weird question to ask on like the first time you meet somebody. So I was like, okay. But she kind of explains that those relationships didn't work out and it's okay. She was committed in those relationships, but now she's looking forward to being with Avery. So what's up? And Teach also asked why her and Avery broke up so many times. And Avery's like, look, we was going through it. I was trying to figure him out. It was a long distance relationship. I wasn't trusting him and his business. And that's just what it is, okay? And Teach says that they are going to face more difficulties along the way. So he is not sold on this whole Avery and Ashe relationship. So we already know he's going to be a problem in the future too. So that was all for Avery and Ashe. Then we get to Rosemary and Ed. Okay. We saw last episode that Ed was just hot in the marketplace. Okay. The scene opens up this episode. He is still hot. He's like, look, it's too hot over here. That's why I was acting up. Okay. He says he was hot and there was a lot of people. And Rosemary kept grabbing on his wallet, so he got out of character, okay, and snapped on her. So now he wants to go and bring her to get mani and petties, okay, and he wants to get manis and petties too. And he asked her like, do a lot of men over here get like manis and petties? And she's like, no, you the first one I've seen, but whatever. And he's like, they should start. And I'm like, okay. So he proceeds to apologize to her about cutting up in the marketplace. And he also wants to know about her past and if any of her exes are friends with her on Facebook. or if she's met any of her exes through Facebook. And she's like, no, no, I've never met any of my exes through Facebook. No, not at all. And then Ed asked, like, so what about your exes? Like, you don't have contact with them or anything? And she's like, but I blocked my ex on Facebook. So he's like, so you did meet your boyfriend through Facebook? And she's like, I mean, so he is worried about her being shady and lying about her past because he's trying to find the right time to ask her to take an STD test. So it's just, he's definitely going to ask her now because she's being a little shady. So she says the past is in the past. Stop asking about the past. Stop asking about it. Okay, so the next scene, they go to dinner. And everything is nice. She's like, oh, I'm having a really good time and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I'm having a good time too. Will you take an STD test? Okay. And she's like, what? I'm offended. Okay, so he was like, look, I'm only asking you because you was being shady and you was lying to me earlier in the nail salon, girl. So I have to ask you, like, will you take an STD test? And she's like, you don't trust me? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And she's like, look, I'm offended, but like, I'll agree to take it if you take it too. And he's like, well, okay, like, but I don't want to take it here. I want to take it in America. So she's like, what sense does that make? That's not fair. So I gotta take mine here, and then you get to take yours in America. So we're not on the same playing field, okay? So I was with her like, why you don't want to take yours in the Philippines, you know, with her? Like, why do you have to wait till you get to America to take it? But anyway, he gets in his feelings and he walks outside. He's like, I need some air, okay? And he just leaves her there, and she starts crying. And the producers are like, girl, are you okay? And she's like, no, I'm not okay. I'm crying. I'm upset. Like, he's offending me, pretty much. And she's alone there for like a little while. And then she decides to go outside to, I guess, to talk to him. And he's like, can we talk now? And she's like, no, I just want to go home. Like, I'm done with this situation. And so he's like, I just want to know about your past. Like, what about Prince's father? Prince is her son. And so she kind of explains that, like, 4 years ago, she got with Prince in like his bachelor stage, and then they separated, and now he has a wife and a kid, and so she's a single mom now raising Prince. So that was 4 years ago. And then he asked, so in that 4 years, have you ever dated anybody? And she's like, look, I had 2 boyfriends, but that was the past. Like, that's the past. This is us now. I'm looking forward to our future, but now since you cutting up, I'm not. Okay. So she's like, I want to go home. So he's like, look, I will book you a hotel about 10 minutes away, you know, and you can do what you want to do. Okay, so he puts her in a taxi and like slams the door and whatnot. And he walks away upset. The producers try to like talk to him, and they're like, so what is going on? And he's like, I don't know what's going on, and I don't believe in love anymore. I'm like, you know what? This is a mess. This is a mess. Who is in the right and who is in the wrong? I don't know, but it is a mess, okay? So the next couple is Usman and Lisa, aka Baby Love, okay? Baby Love, or aka Angela Part 2, okay? Because she was giving me all Angela vibes with this whole sit down and cursing out Usman's friends. I said, you know what? She must have read the Angela playbook, and she is following it to a T, okay? So the scene opens up. He brings her some breakfast, okay, and she's like, look, I can't do that because that food is spicy. And he's like, look, baby love, all Nigerian food is spicy, baby love, to you, okay? So I'm gonna eat right here in front of your face, and I'm gonna enjoy my food, okay? So he's enjoying his food, and they're talking about him going to perform later and how she's looking forward to seeing him perform, but she's not looking forward to seeing all the women that's going to be after him or whatever. And he's like, baby love, it comes with the territory, baby love, okay? You're gonna have to deal with it, all right? So then he says he has a surprise for her, and she's like, okay, where are you taking me? So we found out he took her to the studio, and it was special because it was the studio where he wrote the song for her, okay? And so she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here in the studio where you wrote the song for me. It's so special. I said, okay, you know what? Okay. So then they get a guest in the studio, and we find out it is the director of the music video that he did of the song about Lisa, okay? And the music video director doesn't really mess with Lisa like that because he knows that, like, Lisa didn't like the fact that they had a model in the music video, and so Usman has been trying to get him to edit out the model from the video, which I think they did. Lisa doesn't know that yet. But the music video director is like, but you messed up my whole video editing out the model. Like, what is really going on, Usman? Okay, so he already feels the type of way. So the director talks to Usman, and he's like, look, I feel bad even putting my name on this because it's a mess. Okay, you make me edit out the model. Like, what is really going on? What is the point of this? Just to please Lisa? Okay, and he's saying that right in front of Lisa, and Lisa's just looking at Usman like, what he saying? What is he saying? He's saying something good about me. I knew it. What he saying? What he saying? Okay. What he saying? He saying something good? Okay. So of course Usman, the director wound up saying like, okay, tell her she's the queen of queens. Okay, tell her she's the queen of queens. And Usman is like, baby love, he told you that you're the queen of queens. Okay, and she's like, what does that mean? And he's like, I don't know, but it's a compliment, so take it, okay? So he tells her that so she can shut up for the moment, okay? So the next scene, he brings her to meet one of his industry friends named Abba. Abba S-Boy. That's his whole rap name, Abba S-Boy, or his real name? I don't know. I'm not sure, okay. Abba, we get a one-on-one with Abba, and Abba tells us that he heard that Lisa is jealous, okay? So he's like, look, I heard Lisa jealous, and she be trying to fight his fans and stuff, and it's a mess. And I'm like, yes, it is a mess, okay? So they're sitting down, and Usman brings up the fact that Lisa didn't like the model being in the music video. And Abba was like, why don't you, like, do you understand how this industry works? Like, we have models in music videos. Like, what's wrong with you, okay? And he asked her, like, are you trying to, like, mess up his music career or something? And she turns into full Angela. She is disrespected by the question. Usman is trying to speak. She's like, shut up, Usman. Shut up, Usman. Shut up, Usman. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So she gets offended, and Usman is trying to like diffuse the situation. Like, hold up. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean, like, okay, you know what? He didn't mean that. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, Usman, you can't diffuse the situation because Lisa crazy, okay? So Abba was like, yeah, she crazy. You know what, partner? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna meet you later because you handle this because she crazy, okay? So the friend gets up to leave, and then Lisa's like, you know what? I'ma leave because Usman was laughing with him and laughing in my face, and it was disrespectful. So I'm just like done with this situation, okay? And we see Usman and Abba trying to like talk off to the side, and he's like, I was telling Usman like, yo, Fiance is crazy, dog. You gonna have to like, how you gonna do this and be a musician when you know she crazy? And Usman is like, I know she crazy, but like, you know, how I'm gonna get to America, dog? How am I gonna get to America? Okay, and he's like, handle that, dog. Okay, so that's not exactly what they said, but that was kind of what they said. Okay, so then Lisa comes in and she's like, look, let's go right now. I'm not playing. Let's go. Okay. And I'm like, what? Why is she so angry? I didn't get it. Did I miss something? She was just giving me Angela part 2. Abba tries to apologize to her, and she's like, you know how I feel about sorries. And I was like, so you don't want nobody to apologize to you? Like, what is really going on? So that's pretty much it for Usman and Lisa, aka Angela part 2, y'all. Then we get to David. Poor David. This scene opens up. David is looking for an engagement ring for a woman that he's never met and he's never heard on the phone. I said, you know what? Just through chat, this man is about to be engaged with this woman. So he talks to the jeweler, and he tells the jeweler the situation like, yeah, I'm buying an engagement ring for a woman that I've never met or never heard. And the jeweler's like, okay, wow. Here's the ring selection that we have. I don't care. You gonna spend your money? Okay, here's a ring. There you go. All right. The jeweler was like, cool story. You gonna spend some money or what? Okay. He tells us that he has been engaged twice before and it hasn't worked out. And that was like 10 years ago. So he's really putting all his eggs in one basket about this whole situation with Lana. So we see him come back to his home. He starts packing to leave tomorrow. He packs some massage oil because he says he's an expert at it. I said, you know what? One of his friends picks him up to go to the airport. The friend is in the car trying to talk him out of it. He's like, look, I know you're going to the Ukraine or whatever, but remember when you tried to schedule a cruise with her and it didn't work out? And David was like, yeah, but that was for medical reasons. She said she couldn't make it. And the friend was like, okay, well, you have a good time. You have a good time because I can't talk you out of this because obviously you set on it, okay? So the next scene, we see David lands in the Ukraine and his friend Anya meets him, who he told us about last episode, which was a woman he met 12 years ago and on like a dating website, but they didn't work out because they didn't have anything in common, I guess, when they met. So they have just been good friends for 12 years. I'm like, okay, 12 years? Long distance friendship? Okay, okay. Anya's asking him like, why isn't your girlfriend here? Like, why am I the only one here? And he's like, you know, she's going to be on a train, so. And Anya's like, okay. Anya tells us, she's like, look, David is big, naive. I know women like Lana. They find these men online and that's just what it is, and you know he gonna do what he want to do though. I'm like, you know what, that is the truth, Anya. So they're in the car together driving to his hotel, and he tells Anya that he wants to propose to Lana, and Anya's like, okay, this is a mess, but I'm your friend and I'm gonna just let you do what you want to do. I'm gonna drop you off at the hotel and that's it, okay? So that was pretty much it for David. So then we get to Stephanie and Erica, and I am not interested in their storyline at all. So I'm literally just going to hit on like the main points and just be done with it, okay? It's going to take me a couple seconds. Stephanie lands in Australia. Then we cut to Erica, she tells us about herself. She's a photographer. She says she always knew that she was bi. She goes to hang out with her homegirls. Says she lives with her parents at her parents' home, who don't know that she's bi. So she's going to come out to them when Stephanie lands. They think Stephanie is her friend or whatever. Then the next scene, Stephanie lands and they meet. And it's a lot of, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I said, you know what? And they try to figure out how they hold each other's hands and whatnot. I said, you know what? I just want to fast forward it, but I wanted to tell y'all at least that. So there you go, all right? For anyone who's interested. Then we get to Yolanda and Williams, aka Not Williams, okay? So we know from the last episode that Williams is not Williams, okay? His Instagram had got deleted and it changed to another person, another name, and all the pictures got deleted and whatnot. And she has not been able to get in touch with Not Williams, so she has been like, what is going on? So she says this episode she got in touch with him, I think on chat or something, and she asked him like, what happened to your Instagram, Williams? And Williams was like, I don't know what happened to my Instagram. It just got deleted out of nowhere. I have no clue. I'm just as lost as you, boo, okay? So Yolanda was like, okay, he's in the dark just like me, so I completely understand. Not Williams. It makes so much sense. So she says, I still am going to go see Nat Williams in the UK. I said, you know what? Y'all need to come get y'all mama. The kids, let's have a discussion. Y'all need to come get y'all mama because y'all see what's going on, kids. Him saying that he don't know how his Instagram had got deleted and going ghost on her. Just being like, I don't know how it got deleted, but I still love you. She was like, that's okay, baby. That's enough for me. I said, you know what? I hate seeing Yolanda get played like this. Just so obvious, poor thing. I just feel like somebody needs to come and rescue her, okay? I just want to rescue her through the screen and be like, baby, this isn't it. This is not it. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money on this. Just if y'all already booked the flight, go and have a nice time in the UK, but don't do it for not Williams, girl. But anyway, so she goes to see her friend to go buy some nice clothes to go see Not Williams, and her friend is like, look, her friend was trying to be supportive, but she's like, so you don't know how his Instagram got deleted? All right, girl, all right, you have a really good time in the UK and I wish you the best, boo-boo, okay? That's what her friend was like, girl, she gonna do what she want to do. And I'm like, look, somebody has got to save her. So that was pretty much Yolanda and Not Williams, okay? Then we get to the last couple, Varia and Geoffrey. So this scene opens up. Geoffrey spent his first night at Varia's apartment, and he is still worried that Varia's apartment is not finished because of him. So he feels like he's being taken advantage of. Varia just is using him to get to America. Okay. She takes him to the park, and they talk about it some more. She's like, look, I want to go to America, and I found you. And so I like America, and I like you, and I just put two and two together, boo. Like, what is the problem? Okay, what is the problem? So then she like tells a fairy tale about some frogs and some arrows, and that was enough to hold him over and be like, look, the frog got shot with the arrow, and he died, and then he became a princess, and so you have to follow your arrow, okay? All right. He's like, okay. And I was like, you know what? That was enough for you right there. That storyline was enough for you. Okay. Anyway, so the next scene, Geoffrey goes to meet her friends at a cafe. Varia's a little worried because she knows her friends don't really trust Geoffrey. So as soon as they sit down, the friends kind of get into like grilling him with the questions. They ask him like what he does, and they ask him like what his intentions are with Varia. They also ask him if he has any secrets or like to talk about his past, you know. And we already know his past. But he hasn't told that to Varia yet. So he gets a little antsy, like, you know, the past is the past. Why y'all trying to bring up the past? Like, I'm trying to move forward with Varia. Like, why y'all worried about the past? Okay. One of her friends brings up the fact that Varia had talked to men before from America online, okay? But she says it in Russian, and so Varia translates it. And he's like, so you told me you never talked to men from America before, so you lied, okay? And so he starts getting upset, and her friends are like, calm down. He's like, stop trying to calm me down, okay? So he gets up and he like walks outside. He's like, you're a liar, talking to Varia. And he like walks outside or whatever. So he is upset. Varia then gets upset. Her friends are like, girl, we told you so, girl. That man crazy. You need to know about his past, girl. He crazy, okay? So that was it with Varia and Geoffrey, y'all. That was it for this episode. I hope you guys are doing okay. I love you guys. Drop some comments below what you thought of this episode. And I love you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.